Welcome to Literary Leap. In today's video, we are going to explore one of the most beautiful poems ever written, A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. This poem highlights how the beauty around us in nature and life brings lasting joy and comfort. Keats shows us that even in difficult times, beauty uplifts our spirits, giving us peace and hope. We'll go through each line to uncover the poet's message and how nature and beauty connect us to the world, inspiring us to cherish the simple things that bring happiness. So let's dive into this timeless piece together. A thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases. It will never pass into nothingness, but still will keep a bower quiet for us and a sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing. In these opening lines, John Keats tells us that beautiful things bring everlasting joy. They never lose their charm and continue to make us happy. A thing of beauty is a joy forever means that something beautiful will always be a source of happiness, not just for a moment, but forever. Its loveliness increases, suggests that the beauty of things grow over time. The more we look at or experience it, the more we appreciate it. It will never pass into nothingness. Beauty doesn't disappear or fade away, it remains impactful. A bower quiet for us. Now, a bower is a peaceful, shady place, often under trees. Here, Keats compares beauty to a safe, calm space where we can rest. The poet uses metaphor when beauty is compared to a bower, which represents a place of peace and rest. A sleep full of sweet dreams and health and quiet breathing refers to how beauty gives us peace like a refreshing sleep filled with good dreams and health. The poet uses imagery and words like quiet, sweet dreams, and quiet breathing and paints a picture of tranquility and peace. Keats uses these lines to emphasize how beauty has a lasting, soothing effect on our lives, bringing us comfort and joy. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth, spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth of noble natures, of the gloomy days, of all the unhealthy and o'er-darkened ways. Here Keats explains how beauty helps us stay connected to the world even when life gets tough. Therefore, on every morrow are we wreathing a flowery band to bind us to the earth. Morrow here means tomorrow or each new day. Keats says that every day we are making a flowery band like a wreath of flowers which symbolically connects us to life on earth. Beauty helps us appreciate and hold on to life despite difficulties. The flowery band is a metaphor for how beauty connects us to the world and gives us hope. Spite of despondence, of the inhuman dearth of noble natures. Despondence means feeling hopeless, and dearth means lack or shortage. Now, Keats refers to how people often feel sad or discouraged, especially because there seems to be a lack of noble, kind hearted people in the world. Despite these negative feelings, beauty helps us stay connected. Now, alliteration is used by the repetition of the D sound in despondence and dearth that creates a musical rhythm. Of the gloomy days of all the unhealthy and o'er-darkened ways. Keats talks about the gloomy or sad days and the unhealthy and o'er-darkened ways. That means the bad or difficult paths we encounter in life. These challenges can make life seem bleak, but beauty helps us push through. The poet uses imagery when he uses words like flowery band and gloomy days. They create strong visual images, making us feel the contrast between beauty and life's hardships. Keats suggests that even though life can be filled with sadness and negativity, the beauty we find around us helps us stay grounded and hopeful. Made for our searching. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits, such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep. In these lines, Keats emphasizes how beauty helps lift us out of darkness and despair, providing comfort through nature's gifts. Made for our searching, Keats suggests that in our search for happiness and meaning, we often face difficulties, but we continue to look for things that can make life better. Yes, in spite of all, some shape of beauty moves away the pall from our dark spirits. In spite of all means despite all the sadness and struggles. A pall is a heavy covering like a cloud or blanket of sadness and is used as a metaphor for sadness or depression. And beauty is described as moving this covering away. Keats says that beauty in various forms lifts this darkness or sadness from our spirits, bringing us hope and light. Beauty is personified as something that actively moves away the pall as if it has the power to lift darkness from our spirits. Keats then gives examples of beauty in nature such the sun, the moon, trees old and young, sprouting a shady boon for simple sheep. The sun, the moon, and trees are examples of natural beauty that provide comfort and refreshment. A boon means a blessing or benefit. The trees provide shade, a blessing for sheep, and by extension for all living beings. Words like sun, moon, and trees create vivid images of nature, helping the reader feel the beauty of the natural world. Keats tells us that despite the struggles we face, beauty in various forms like the sun, the moon, and trees helps to remove the sadness from our lives and fills us with hope and peace. And such are daffodils with the green world they live in, and clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot season. The mid forest brake, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. In these lines, Keats continues to describe the beauty in nature that brings joy and peace to our lives. He gives more examples of beautiful things in nature that provide comfort and refreshment. And such are daffodils with the green world they live in. Keats talks about daffodils, beautiful yellow flowers that grow in the green world or in nature. The sight of these flowers in the greenery around them adds to the beauty of the world. The phrase Green world refers to the lush natural environment in which these flowers thrive. Together, the daffodils and their surroundings represent the beauty of nature. And clear rills that for themselves a cooling covert make against the hot seasons. Rills are small streams of water. Keats says these clear streams create a cooling covert, that is, a shady or sheltered place for themselves, protecting against the heat of summer, against the hot season. The refreshing sight and sound of these streams is another example of natural beauty and how nature provides comfort and relief during difficult times, just like beauty soothes the soul. The mid forest brake, rich with a sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms. A brake is a thick part of the forest. Here Keats talks about the forest being filled with musk roses, a type of fragrant wild rose, adding to the beauty of the scene. The phrase sprinkling of fair musk rose blooms emphasizes the delicate and beautiful presence of these flowers in the forest. Keats uses vivid descriptions like daffodils, green world, clear rills, and musk rose blooms to paint a beautiful picture of nature, helping readers visualize and feel the refreshing beauty. Personification is used by the poet when the rills are described as making a cooling covert for themselves, giving them human like qualities of creating a protective space. So, in these lines, Keats highlights the simple yet powerful beauty found in nature, flowers, streams, and forests, showing how they bring peace and refreshment even during difficult times like the heat of summer. This beauty in nature connects us to the world and gives us relief and happiness. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. All lovely tales that we have heard or read, an endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens' brink. In these lines, John Keats shifts from describing the beauty of nature to the beauty found in human imagination and history. He talks about how our thoughts of the past and the tales we've heard or read also bring us joy and inspiration. And such too is the grandeur of the dooms we have imagined for the mighty dead. Grandeur means greatness or magnificence, and dooms refer to destinies or fates. Keats is talking about how we imagine the grand heroic destinies of important figures from history, whom he calls the mighty dead. These stories of greatness, even in death, inspire us and bring a sense of awe. All lovely tales that we have heard or read. This refers to all the beautiful stories and legends we've come across, whether they are from history or literature. These stories enrich our lives and connect us to a greater sense of beauty. An endless fountain of immortal drink pouring unto us from the heavens' brink. Keats uses the metaphor of an endless fountain of immortal drink, a magical, everlasting drink flowing from the edge of heaven. This symbolizes the never ending supply of beauty, inspiration, and joy that we receive from both nature and the stories of the past. The endless fountain of immortal drink is a metaphor for the endless source of beauty, inspiration, and happiness that comes to us from nature, stories, and history. The phrase pouring unto us from the heaven's brink creates a vivid image of a divine, limitless source of beauty that continuously nourishes our souls. Keats says that beauty comes not only from nature but also from the stories of great people and legends we imagine. This beauty is like a never ending fountain, always pouring inspiration into our lives, keeping us connected to something greater and more eternal. And that brings us to the end of our exploration of A Thing of Beauty by John Keats. Through this poem, Keats beautifully reminds us that the world is filled with wonders, whether in nature or in the stories and legends we cherish. No matter how challenging life gets, the beauty around us helps us stay connected, gives us hope, and lifts our spirits. I hope this explanation has helped you understand the depth and meaning of the poem better. Don't forget, beauty can be found all around us, sometimes in the simplest of things. So take a moment to appreciate it every day. If you enjoyed this breakdown and have any questions or thoughts about the poem we just discussed, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Before we wrap up, don't forget, on my channel, you'll also find MCQs and detailed questions and answers to help you prepare thoroughly for your exams. Don't forget to hit this video if you found it helpful, subscribe for more literary insights, and hit the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content. Thanks for joining me and happy learning.